And so finally it became necessary to get to the root of this moringa leaves issue, because the moringa leaves I shared with us a few days ago, many of us are not knowledgeable about it. Some are even saying, get it for us, do this for us. I myself, the knowledge was limited, so I had to take out time to do extra study on Google about it. And I want to share with us some of my findings. But the good news about it is that it's an edible species of moringa, just like I said in that video, that every creature, there are different varieties, everything. If you come to the potatoes family, you have the white potato, you have the purple potato. If you come to the tomatoes family, you have the round tomato, you have the oblong, all kinds of shapes. And yet, all of them are edible, but some are more beneficial, more nutritious than others. And so it is also with all plants. They have their look alike. And sometimes majority of them are also edible, while some may be poisonous. So it's important to know. And so the moringa I shared, you will identify it by the shape, which I want to share with us. Please ensure you watch to the end, because I want to show us the Moringa oleifera and the Katuru Moringa, which is the one I showed us, which is said to originate from Sri Lanka, where it is called Katuru Moringa. And there are other names, they call it Ceylon. That is, you can also search for it if you have the time. It's Sesbania grandiflora Ceylon. Maybe it has a link also with Ceylon, but I got to share it. So I want to show us the picture of the popular Moringa oleifera, which a lot of us are familiar with and talk about. So you just watch it now. The Moringa oleifera, as you can see. So this is the image of the Katuru Moringa, which originated from Sri Lanka. Is the one I showed to us. Look at it very well and compare. This is how it looks like when it is fresh, the one I showed us. But when you get to the garden, you see many look-alikes like this. So you have to check very well. So the next image I want to show us is the Katuru Moringa, which is the one I say I have been taking, not knowing so much about it. But the point is that the good news is that it's very edible, very dense and nutritious, just like the one we know about, and I mean the oleifera. So I will show us the image of it to enable you identify it. It stands adjacent to each other. That is the difference, and they're not the same. The shape, you identify by the shape, how it is laid on the stalk, on the branch of the leaves of the flower. You see how it is arranged adjacent to each other, unlike the shape. You will see it has like a bean shape, slightly four-cornered or so, as against the Moringa oleifera. You can see the difference yourself. So let's look at that image, the image of the Katuru Moringa, which is the one I shared and I said I've been taking all years before coming across the popular Moringa oleifera. And another major difference that makes me identify this particular species of Moringa is the fact that it's easier to dry. When you want to dry it, it dries, it's firmer. But the Moringa oleifera is very tender. So immediately you want to dry it in-house, it looks like so tender, everything just gets to, just very soft. And so it's more convenient for me drying the Katuru Moringa until I came across this popular oleifera, which is also good and nutritious. But the drying of it is not easy unless you're using, some more sophisticated equipment. But if it is in-house drying, we do. That Katuru Moringa is stronger, firmer, and when you finish to grind it, it seems easier to process in-house than the other one, because that one is so tender and soft. So that is one of the ways to identify it. The shape, number one, that's how it is lined on the tree, and then the way it's stronger and firmer. So it grows in certain places, not just easily. Like, I've not seen the very large tree of it, but maybe when it grows to a full-blown tree, it may look like the oleifera, but usually at the middle age and middle stage is when I normally, whenever I see it in some certain places, I go in there, inside the bush, just like a herbalist. When you see a tree that you know its benefits, you have to remove all the obstacles and go inside to where you spotted it and get it out, because you know the benefits. And so that's exactly the way it is. And the purpose of this message is for you to be able to identify it and get it yourself. You may have it there at you. It grows freely. And one of the things I suspect about some of these very, very beneficial trees is that they tend to grow around homes. And the way they tend to grow, sometimes mysterious, because Mother Nature has sent them for our healing. And so sometimes they just start growing. I've not seen the seed. I've not seen the seed, but I always see it certain strategic places, in some compounds. You just sight it. Some people weed it away, not knowing what it is. And then, but for the Moringa oleifera, usually once you plant it, which I have done before, I planted it some time ago. Before you know it was a full-blown tree. In fact, we had to cut it. I had to cut it down. But this particular one, I've not seen the very big tree of it. Usually medium, and I've not seen the very large tree. Maybe when it grows to very large one, it may, the shape of the leaves, which enables me to identify it, may change. But this one also may help you in case you are wondering, or you even have it around you, not knowing. Use this image now to look at it. Take time to study and look at it and compare the two pictures. And I think I want to label it, the name, so that you don't mistake it. And if you like it, remember the health benefits remains the same, but you must consume moderately, very, very dense, just little get result. Don't need too much. You may take it after your meal. It aids digestion. That's the beautiful thing. Helps with cholesterol management. After eating your regular meal, some meal that on a normal day you feel like it's too much, you're too full, just take a little out of it. The leaves, you don't have to stress, if you have the powder, fine, but the leaves are okay too. The dry leaves, just steam in freshly boiled water, or you can boil it slightly boiled and then use the water, just looking almost plain. It doesn't have any special color or attract, just almost plain, and take it like that in small amount, and the result will be very, very evident. And if you like this message, give me a follow for more.